What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today, BCH USD. It is the 26th day of June, and here we are at about $192 with roughly 11 hours left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Shout out to the Dragon Riders, of course, and the House of the Dragon. Here we are. Here we are, decreasing in volume, decreasing in price. Makes me think we're going to see some type of movement to the upside here pretty soon, both in volume and in price as time goes on. But still looking for a low. It is completely possible here that 180 was the low. I think that's a suitable target area. We could go down to like 170 or even 160. It is possible as well. So I believe that we are closer to the low here. I don't really believe that we're going to go all the way down to 160. Anything can happen, but I do believe that we are very close to the low. If not, we've achieved the low already. I want to look at the 1 hour time frame and then zoom out from there. Okay, this isn't going to be a long novel of a video. We're just doing a standard kind of pulse check on this thing. So looking at the price action, first and foremost, you've got a flat top with ascending lows. That's good. That's good structure. We like that. Volume's decreasing. You're in this consolidation phase. Volume's decreasing. You're about to break out and probably to the upside. So good. You know, if Bitcoin dumps, you're in this situation where even if Bitcoin dumps, I don't think that necessarily means that you dump. Okay, maybe you do, but you know, Bitcoin saw lower lows here. You didn't see lower lows. You actually got higher lows. Or wait, no, was it here? Yeah, no, it was here. It was here. Anyways, the point being, even if we do go lower, I would expect at some point we will recover and we will not just reclaim $200, but probably move up towards $300 or more. And as time goes on, we look at the 1 hour time frame. The RSI is giving us a little bit of these higher lows as well. Rejecting the overbought zone, getting deep in the oversold zone, rejecting the overbought zone. Now you're rejecting the oversold zone. You've kind of got a chance to answer here on the bullish effect. Stochastics are getting bullish, and the MACD here is crossing above the zero. You crossed above the zero before, it didn't mean anything. Let's see if it means something this time. You're choppy and sideways, so the MACD might mean less than it normally does. Looking at the 4 hour time frame here, the RSI is giving higher highs, higher lows. I mean, it's bearish overall, in all fairness, but you're shaping up. You're shaping up a little bit. Nothing too much to go off of here on the RSI on the 4 hour. The stochastics are getting overbought. You're here. You might be hot. You might need to reset a little bit, come down and then cool and then come back up. Who knows? 4 hour MACD, bearish overall. Not getting any clear signals as far as the indicators go that we are at a low point or that there's serious, what would it be? Cognition. There's serious reasons to go higher. From a low to a high, we are in the money zone. Okay, 2886-3113, that's the money zone area. We've bounced off that. We've gotten into it. I think that from here, I mean, just with this look alone, that's enough to make me bullish from this area. The indicators might not be giving us signals, but this is a pretty powerful signal in itself. I mean, we moved straight down with no volume. Volume came in at the lows. It makes sense to me that we're going to get some type of robust movement here. And of course, the BCH BTC chart also suggests that we're due for a robust movement as well. Whether that's today, tomorrow, the next day, next month, within the next 3 months, maybe sometime going into the very end of the year. Who knows how long it's going to take, but I would expect that we get some type of massive movement. In the meantime, we'll be consolidating. And I'm sorry that it's taken this long to say. I should have probably said this earlier in this video. This really should have been the theme of this video, is that this is a great time to buy. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, regardless of how much lower we go or don't go, regardless of how high we are, whether we're at 220 or 170, 160, 250, whatever. This is a prime area to buy Bitcoin Cash. I wouldn't even think about it. I would just do it because it's a phenomenal opportunity here. Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I believe Bitcoin Cash will be worth more than Bitcoin someday. I believe that it will be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars in time, within our lifetimes. It's a second chance at buying Bitcoin before it ever got to 59.2K, and here it is at $192. I mean, even if you believe, like I believe, that it could at least get to 60K, let's say, at least there. From here, that's immense growth, guys. I mean, we're talking about, and this could happen, I would think, within the next decade, that we could get to 60K. I mean, that's a multi-100x. I say within the next decade. I mean, really, Probably within the next 6 years. If I had to really guess, I would guess that yes, within the next 6 years it's possible. Oh wait, that's not the right one. Sorry, 60K. Yeah, 300x. Crazy stuff, man. Absolutely bonkers. Stochastics on the daily. Now the daily time frame is actually shaping up. The stochastics look good. The RSI does look good, and the MACD, it's not the best. I mean, you're pretty far down here, but you're pretty far down here. Maybe it's time to cool off and come back to the upside here. You know, get this lower high interaction all the way up here. It's not enough to cross above the zero. It's not enough to get excited, but maybe from here we get a relative bounce. If you're trying to DCA, we certainly are at the low points here. Just because we moved to 240 doesn't mean that we're breaking out and going to $500, but you know, we'll probably see some volatility over the months to come, and then as that volatility dissipates, as it starts to stagnate, that'll be when we look to break out and probably move toward higher highs from the last cycle and inevitably new all-time highs altogether. There's nothing else to talk about, really. I think I've said all that I need to say. What else could we go over? Is there anything? I mean, we could look at the ribbons, or not the ribbons, but the 200 and the 50 moving averages, and just see where we are in respects to that. I mean, as far as the 50 moving average goes, 50 daily moving average goes, you don't really respect that all the time. You found resistance on it here, support on it here, but just not common. What I can say is whenever you're far ways away from it, like you were here, you're at a low point, and you typically do move up. At least you hold your ground, right? Whenever you're far ways away from it here to the upside, you probably do pull back. Same thing here, you pulled back. We're pretty far ways away from it here, so I would expect that we at least hold our ground, if not move up to it to some degree. That's why I was saying $300. That, and there's prior support over here. We really could move up to $300 from here. It could happen like that, guys. It could happen like that. Dying off, we're moving lower with dying off in volume. Makes me think that this move down is not going to last too much longer, and because of how robust this move down was, a breath in the opposite direction might be somewhat significant. You know, we really could see a move up to this $300 area. I don't know if I like the moving averages on this one because we're just so choppy and sideways. They're not going to be helpful. Not going to be too helpful. So, yeah, nothing really else worth looking at. So, probably just end it there. If you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Maybe on the 4 hour, it's worth it. Maybe not. Maybe not really. Yeah. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care of yourselves. All right. Bye-bye.